Hey yo everyone, I'm JP and welcome to GoodTalkHQ. Today's episode is jam full of amazing deals that you can pick up right now as part of the latest eShop sale. All the games on the list are under $5, so you won't have to take out a second mortgage either to enjoy some game time. We even have a new release to check out with an introductory sale, and we have our newest Creator Spotlight with a wonderful new channel I think you will all enjoy. If this happens to be your first time here, thanks for checking out the video. Here at the channel we cover Switch related content every week and we do our best to share the great savings with the community. If you enjoyed the video or you're a fan of the Switch, feel free to sub and join our crew, we'd love to welcome you. And to my friends that are already here, thank you as always, I hope you're having a great summer, and with all that said, let's dive in. Stay safe out there, and please enjoy the video. Alright, we'll start with Anima Gate of Memories, The Nameless Chronicles. It's a single-player 3D RPG with a download around 3.5 gigs and it offers more than 20 hours of gameplay, making it a great value this week. In this one, we take control of an immortal being that's stuck in a permanent torment, forced to walk the planet forever. The story is engaging, the combat is fast and fluid, plus you have plenty of options on how you choose to tackle that combat. The world is massive and holds tons of secrets, the boss battles are incredible. Now it definitely does have that feel you'll remember from past generations of consoles, but it's a great pickup right now while on sale until August 8th, marked down 80% to a new low of just $3.99. American Fugitive is a single-player action title from Curve Digital that offers a main story that will last roughly 10 to 12 hours, maybe a bit longer for completionists, and it has a download around 1.6 gigs. Now this one is basically a top-down GTA with a beautiful 3D world. It's a modern take on the classic sandbox-style game featuring destructible environments, epic car chases, and a massive open world inspired by the 80s, plus it has a great mature story about crime and corruption. If you're interested in American Fugitive, make sure to pick it up before the sale ends on August 7th. Right now it's marked down 90% to just $1.99, matching an all-time low. Apple Knight is a single-player action RPG designed to be fun for gamers of all ages, and it has a download around 280 megabytes with a main story that will last roughly 3 hours or so to finish up. The levels in this game are massive and have loads of secrets to find. There are quests and side quests, plus some pretty tough boss battles as well. The graphics are beautiful, and there are weapon and armor upgrades to find, multiple difficulty modes, plus you have the Endless mode which will add even more playtime to the game, making this another excellent value for fans of the genre. If you're interested in Apple Knight, make sure to pick it up before the sale ends on August 12th. Right now it's marked down 80%, matching an all-time low of just $1.99. Next we have Aspire Ina's Tale. This is a single-player puzzle platformer from Untold Tales with a download around 1.9 gigabytes and the main story that, while it's short, is very impactful and will last roughly 2 to 3 hours to finish up. The visuals and the sound design are top-notch and the main reason in my opinion to experience the game. The world is immersive and the short bit of narrative that is given is enough to keep you intrigued and curious about what's to come. The puzzles can be a bit challenging at times, but overall this is a very peaceful experience, similar to Greece. If you're interested in Aspire Ina's Tale, be sure to pick it up before the sale ends on August 11th. It's marked down 70% to a new low of just $3.89. Broforce is a chaotic action platformer that offers both online and local co-op for up to 4 players, and the story draws comedic inspiration from old action movies and TV shows from the 80s and 90s. The pixelated graphics are great in this one, and the worlds that you have to fight your way through are mostly entirely destructible. Now this game with a group can become pretty hectic, but it's a blast for sure throughout the entire 10-hour campaign. Tons of recognizable characters make their way here and you can play as all of them, and they all have different weapons and abilities, and right now you can pick up Broforce for just $3.74, marked down 75% and matching an all-time low until the 8th. Next we have Chasm. This is a single-player retro-style action RPG from publisher Leadman Games and has a main story that will last roughly 10 hours or so to wrap up, with a download around 1 gig. In Chasm, players will explore the depths below a remote town in the mountains to investigate a series of strange disappearances amongst the townsfolk. The game was heavily inspired by older Metroidvania-style dungeon crawlers and features a truly immersive and ever-changing world for players to roam around in. The art and sound design again are top-notch, and the boss battles in particular were a highlight for us. Now don't be fooled by the graphics, this game is incredibly challenging, but if you're up for a challenge, right now you can pick it up on sale until August 4th, marked down 75% to a brand new low of just $4.99. Next we have Child of Light, the Ultimate Edition. This is a 2D RPG with a download size just over 2 gigs and it offers about 10 to 15 hours of gameplay for 1 or 2 people in local co-op. The story in this game revolves around a young female protagonist on a quest to save her father and her kingdom at the same time. The game combines fun exploration with turn-based combat and puzzle solving for a great mix of genres, creating an amazing one-of-a-kind RPG. The soundtrack is beautiful, and right now you can pick up Child of Light on sale for just $4.99, which is a 75% discount and matching an all-time low, or you can get it paired with Valiant Hearts for about $7. Crawl is a party-style action RPG from Powerhoof Games with a download around 250 megabytes, and it offers tons of replayability due to the local multiplayer, available for up to 4 people. The unique spin here is that your friends actually control the monsters in the dungeon crawler as you try to stay alive and make your way through each different floor. It's sort of like a game of tag where the person that catches you kills you and becomes the next person to begin following around. Now, of course, you can play solo and just have bots, but the game really shines with a group of friends. There are a ton of stages to play through and monsters to play as, and right now Crawl is on sale until August 8th, marked down 70% to a new low of just $2.99. Going Under is a single-player dungeon crawler with a comedic twist from publisher Team 17 and offers around 10 hours of main story gameplay with a download just under 1.5 gigs. It has an amazing art style that at first glance might seem like the only thing going for it, but this is a great game with witty writing and a fun gameplay loop. The story has us taking over the role of a lowly intern at a new tech company, and our first job is to explore the dungeons below the building to protect the company campus. Be warned though, the game is incredibly addictive, but if you're interested in this one, make sure to check it out before the sale ends on August 11th. It's marked down 75% to just $4.99. Hammerwatch is an action RPG from Blitworks Studios with a download size around 300 megabytes and a main campaign that will last roughly 10 to 12 hours to complete. This is another game that's available in local co-op as well as online for up to 4 players, making it a great value as always. There are 7 playable characters, multiple game modes including the fan favorite survival mode, multiple difficulty settings, console exclusives, and more. Plus, the game was balanced for this release for a better overall experience. The best part though, the game is on sale until August 8th, matching an all-time low, 75% off for just $2.49. Hob the Definitive Edition is a single-player 3D adventure title with a download size around 6 gigs and offers roughly 15 hours of main story gameplay on average. Now this is another game with an amazing open world that you can explore, however some areas are locked behind progression. It has a great combat system and the puzzles scattered around the world are not only a lot of fun to complete, but then watching how they shape and shift the world is pretty cool as well. The Switch version has all of the enhancements and touch controls if you prefer that, and they even overhauled the story so it's nearly impossible to get lost. If you're interested in Hob the Definitive Edition, make sure to check it out before the sale ends on August 8th. Right now it's marked down 80% to just $3.99. Alright, next we have our new release, Lootlite. This is an arcade-style twin-stick roguelite with a retro look, and it sort of reminds me of Azure Break Heroes both in the look and how the combat system works. Now at the start of the game you have a few playable classes, and as you play through you'll unlock extras for a total of 7 that you can pick between. The game does have local co-op for 2 people, which is nice, and while the game isn't incredibly long, it's definitely difficult. You'll have to work your way through each of the stages, clearing out enough bad guys, and you can find secrets or buy upgrades. Overall, it's a fun little game and priced right. If you'd like to pick up Lootlite, make sure to check it out before the sale ends. They're doing an introductory 15% discount until August 18th, making it $4.24. Manaspark The Complete Edition is an awesome retro-style RPG with a top-down view, again published by Cubic Games and offers a main story that will last around 10 to 15 hours. Now this edition includes the DLC as well, which adds a significant amount of playtime to that, and is definitely the way I would go. With this version you get the new playable dungeon, the new character, and the best part, local co-op. This is another incredibly addictive game, but it's also very challenging as well. If you're interested in Manaspark The Complete Edition, right now you can pick it up on sale for just $1.99, marked down 83% until August 15th, and matching a previous low. 9 Parchments is a cooperative style shoot 'em up RPG with a main story that will last roughly 8 to 9 hours, and it has a download around 2.6 gigabytes. In this one you play as a group of runaway apprentice wizards convinced you can complete your training if you just find and collect the 9 Parchments. Now this is a beautiful game on Switch and it runs great as well. There are loads of collectibles and upgrades to be found, spells to unlock and master, and fun to be had with a group of friends. And it's not limited to local either, they have online as well. If you're interested in 9 Parchments, this is a great value. It's always on sale for 75% off, sitting at $4.99, and right now it's on sale again until August 11th. Phantom Trigger is an action-adventure title from Tiny Build Games with a download around 700 megabytes and a main story that should last roughly 4 to 6 hours to wrap up. In this one we play as an average everyday guy named Stan working a normal job until one day a mysterious event happens and turns everything upside down. There are 5 distinct worlds to explore and an in-depth combat system that's a ton of fun. It merges slasher elements with standard RPG mechanics for a pretty unique game that offers 4 alternate endings based on your choices throughout the story. If you're interested in Phantom Trigger, be sure to pick it up before the sale ends on the 18th of August. It's marked down 75%, matching a previous low of just $374. Raging Justice is an arcade-style fighter developed by Making Games and published by one of our favorites, Team 17. The game is available in local co-op for 2 players and has a download around 1 gigabyte, with a main story that really isn't very long, only lasting a couple of hours, but there's tons of replayability. Now the art style, the 2D graphics are amazing, and the game features some absolutely brutal combat. It also gives you kind of an option to play as more of a savage or more of a diplomatic type player, giving you the option to daze and arrest or just kill everybody. If you're a fan of classic arcade style beat 'em ups, make sure to grab this one up before the sale ends on August 11th. It's marked down 80% to a new low of just $299. Now if you prefer a more cartoonish style, Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, the game, the complete edition is back on sale, and it's another beat 'em up for 1 to 4 players both in local and online. The game has a download around 1 gigabyte and the main story should last anywhere between 5 and 10 hours to wrap up. Now this is one of the most fun beat 'em ups on the Switch, outside of Ninja Turtles, and the animation and soundtrack are top notch. Plus with this edition you get all of the DLC as well. Again, if you're a fan of beat 'em ups, this is another one that's top quality and worth checking out before the sale ends on August 8th. It's marked down 67%, matching an all-time low of just $494. Next up we have Smoke and Sacrifice. This is a single-player, narrative-driven RPG from Curve Digital with a main story that will last 15 to 20 hours, and it has a download around 1 gigabyte. In this one, players will have to craft and fight, explore and survive in this huge open world that's beautifully hand-painted as we set out on an adventure to save our firstborn child. Now the characters that you meet along the way are strange and weird, but definitely memorable. It also has beautiful graphics, the story is engaging, and it controls great. It definitely can be a bit emotional, so keep that in mind, but if you're interested in Smoke and Sacrifice, make sure to pick it up before the sale ends on August 7th. It's marked down 80% to just $399. SpeedRunners is a frantic party-style multiplayer racer from Tiny Build Games with a download just over 600 megabytes, and like with many games in the genre, it offers tons of replayability due to the fact that you can play with 3 other people in both local and online modes. It's a competitive platform racer with all kinds of shenanigans that you can get into. You have grappling hooks to help move around, and there are power-ups and different weapons scattered around the levels, plus the levels themselves become another obstacle along the way. The story is comedic and puts a little twist on classic superheroes, which is pretty clever, and if you're interested in SpeedRunners, make sure to pick it up before the sale ends on August 18th. It's marked down 75%, matching a previous low of just $374. Sundered, the Eldritch edition, is a 2D Metroidvania-style game from publisher Thunder Lotus Games, offering more than 15 hours of main story content, and it has a download around 3.2 gigs. Now this is a game where you'll confront hordes of enemies in an ever-changing world that was inspired by Lovecraftian lore. It features a beautiful hand-drawn art style of graphics and animations, there are epic boss battles, plus it has 4-player local co-op, hundreds of upgrades, and even multiple endings based on how you play. If you're a fan of a solid Metroidvania, make sure to check out Sundered, the Eldritch edition before the sale ends on August 8th. Right now it's marked down 75% to just $499. SuperEpic The Entertainment War is a single-player 2D action platformer from Numbskull Games with a download size around 870 megabytes and a main story that will last roughly 10 hours or so to finish up. The game takes place in the not-so-distant future where a corrupt video game company has taken control of the masses with an addictive, free video game. We play as a young raccoon with our trusty steed as we explore the offices of this corrupt corporation, taking on a wide variety of enemies, epic bosses, and overcoming the puzzles that we find along the way. Now this is definitely a hidden gem that I feel like flies under the radar a lot, but if you're interested in SuperEpic, right now it's on sale for just $215, which is an 88% discount until August 18th. The Flame in the Flood Complete Edition is a single-player adventure game with a unique look and a transformative soundtrack. The game comes to us from Curve Digital, and it offers a main story that will last more than 15 hours or so, and it has a download around 1.9 gigs. In this one you travel both on foot and by raft as a young girl with her canine companion down a procedurally generated river. Players will have to gather materials, craft tools, and keep themselves in good health in the harsh wilderness. You'll also have to learn to deal with the wildlife, as not all animals that you'll come across will be friendly. Now the Switch version does feature all of the enhancements that were made over time to the game, and it's definitely worth checking out. While on sale until August 7th, marked down 80% to just $2.99 and matching an all-time low. Next we have Torchlight 2, which is an amazing action RPG designed to be fun either solo or with a group of friends. It offers both local and online co-op for up to 4 people and has a download around 2 GB. Now this is a hack and slash style RPG, and it aims to put you in the sensory overload with flashing colors and spells flying everywhere. The dungeon crawling elements are top notch, plus you even have character customization options as well, and a massive open world to explore. And when you finish up, you can even jump into New Game Plus for more playtime. This is a great value on sale right now until August 8th, marked down 75%, matching an all-time low of just $4.99. Velocity 2X is another single-player title from Curve Digital, and it blends 2 genres into one great game. Part of the game is a vertical shoot-'em-up and the other is a side-scrolling platformer. In this one, we play as a young female protagonist that's been captured by an alien race and has been altered with cybernetic modifications. After being set free, we use these unique talents to take on those who imprisoned us. The game is fast and frantic with an amazing soundtrack, a vibrant atmosphere, and over 50 levels that progressively increase in challenge and speed. With ranked leaderboards and the addictive nature of the high-score type games, there's plenty of replayability here, and Velocity 2X is on sale until August 7th, marked down 80%, matching an all-time low of just $3.99. Yoku's Island Express is a single-player 2D puzzle platformer, again from Team 17, with a download size around 1.4 gigs and a main story that will last roughly 8 to 10 hours to wrap up. Now this is one of our personal favorites and an extremely charming game. Players assume the role of the island's new postmaster and have to make sure to deliver everyone's mail on time. Only a lot of the island is inhabited by scary monsters or some other obstacle that you'll have to overcome. The game blends the classic platforming adventure that we love with unique pinball mechanics for a really fun experience. The sound and artwork are perfect and the story is emotional and gripping. If you still haven't got this one, make sure to check it out before the sale ends on August 4th. Right now it's marked down 75%, as always, to just $4.99. Alright, we'll take a look at a bonus deal. I know it's not under $5, but Doom Eternal is on sale and it was way too good not to share right away. Now, of course, this is the sequel to Doom 2016 where they ramped everything up to 11. The main story will last roughly 20 to 25 hours to finish, plus there's some DLC available as well. In this one, of course, we assume the role of the Slayer and we have to defend Earth from a demonic invasion. There are new weapons and abilities, some of the most intense combat sections in any Doom game, and this one has motion controls as well. The new online multiplayer design was a bit of a letdown in comparison to 2016, but nevertheless, it's still an amazing game and worth checking out while on sale. Right now both versions are marked down 75%, making the base edition just $14.99 while you can pick up the Deluxe for just $22.49. This is definitely the deal of the week as you have to buy it digital anyway, and it's at a new low price until August 8th. Alright folks, let's take a look at our creator spotlight, our buddy Lando from Xploring Game Pass. He's been working hard to create quality content and build a community of like-minded gamers that enjoy great games without the hassle of spending a bunch of money every month. If you get a chance, show him how strong our community is and stop by his channel and give him a little love. It would really be cool if you did. Alright Lando, the floor is yours, buddy.
Hey everybody, my name's Lando and I'd like to take you on a quick tour of my YouTube channel, Exploring Game Pass. At XGP, you're going to find Game Pass news. I can't believe it. June 16th. TMNT, Shredder's Revenge, Day 1 on Game Pass for PC and console. Game reviews? It's up to you to choose which breadcrumb trail to follow, which means no 2 playthroughs will be the same. My detective work developed the story in the directions I found most interesting, which kept me engaged through the entire game. New games added to the service, which I show the first 15 minutes of gameplay for. And monthly wrap-ups in case you missed any of the videos. I like to think of it as your one-stop shop to keep up to date on all things Game Pass. And just a side note, when it comes to reviews, I focus my efforts on the lesser-known, shorter indie titles that don't see as much love. You're not going to find much content on the Halos or the Gears or the Forzas, but you will find content on the Disc Rooms, the Gorogoas, and the Vampire Survivors of the service. I want to unhide those gems. Along with that, I also post Mario Kart clip show videos with the crew to keep the channel fun and fresh. If you'd like to join in on the fun, hit up the GoodTalkHQ stream Friday nights at 7 p.m. Eastern, and we'll get you hooked up.
Oh, communication
error.
Hold on.
What? Come on.
We're back, baby.
If any of that sounds intriguing to you, I welcome you to subscribe and join the fam. We'd love to have you on board. So I know what you all got to be thinking right now. Let's just address the elephant in the room and get it out of the way. Am I wearing pants? The answer is no, I'm not wearing pants. And now you're probably thinking, okay, if he's not wearing pants, he's at least got to be wearing underpants, right? Like he's not going to show up and record this naked from the waist down, is he? And the answer to that question is none of your business. But no, I'm not wearing any underpants. And it feels great. But not nearly as great as the feeling of love and support I get from my buddy JP. Not only does he save us all a ton of time and money, but he lets me come on his show and nonsensically ramble to you guys. And it doesn't stop there. Outside of YouTube, we became close friends, and he is always there for love and support. He's the best. Like, put him up against anybody. Mother Teresa, Gandhi, that friggin' lizard that saves you a bunch of money on car insurance. He's better than all of them. It's not even fair to them to compare him to JP. He's the best. And that's why I want to say thank you, buddy, for everything you do for me and everybody else. And so I ask you guys to show him the same amount of love and support that he would show you, which appears to be endless, honestly. So I guess I'm asking you to show him endless love and support. But you can do it. I know you can. I believe in you. Show him that love and support. Anyway, that's it for me. Thanks again, buddy. And to everyone else, have a good one, eh?
Thank you, buddy, and thanks to everybody for watching. Before you head out, though, here are a few other deals to check out while you're already on the eShop. Alright folks, that's going to end today's episode, but be sure to check the channel for even more great Switch content, deals, live streams, gameplays, and first impressions. Much love everyone. Little man, take us home.
That's all for today's list. We hope you liked the video. If you did, consider subscribing and liking down below. Okay, bye!